We have talked about so many different surf spots around the world, but only recently turned our attention to Europe. It'd be criminal not to talk about Biarritz, the very birthplace of French surfing. Welcome to the Wipeout Weekly, the daily podcast for beginners, wannabe surfers, and seasoned wipeout enthusiasts. No hype, no filler, just the highs, lows, and honest truth about learning to surf and finding your place in surf culture. I'm your host, Suze Wilson. Let's go out. Looking at the surf forecast in January for Biarritz can make you feel nauseous. One day is 0 to 1 foot and another 15 to 18 feet. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. First things first. Biarritz is not a surf spot per se. It's a town, a beachfront town in southwest France, not that far from the Spanish border, only 20 miles and facing west into the Atlantic. As such, the surf is best September to March, according to Surfline. That doesn't stop Biarritz to be overrun with surfers all year long. According to the Encyclopedia of Surfing, surfing was introduced to France in 1956 by Hollywood screenwriter Peter Viertel. While on location in Biarritz to film The Sun Also Rises, Peter recognized the quality of local waves and sent back to Malibu for his balsa surfboard. Richard Zanuck, son of 20th Century Fox studio head Daryl Zanuck, flew out to France with Peter's Velzy Jacobs. Then the locals took to Peter's board, tried it out, and eventually started making their own surfboards. In 1959, the Waikiki Surf Club Biarritz was established, and a year later, it hosted the first ever French surf contest at Côte de Basque, which is one of the breaks in Biarritz. Côte de Basque is the most famous of the breaks. It works best mid-low tide and can be beginner-friendly size-wise, but not always crowd-wise, if you get my drift. And of course, mid-low means exposed rocks and strong lateral currents. So it's not like you can have your cake and eat it. Then you have Marbella Milady, which is less hyped and more forgiving, both surf condition-wise and people-wise. We also have Grande Plage, which is somewhat unremarkable, but, it's a wave, so it gets surfed. And much faster and heavier, Le Cavalier, for experienced surfers. If there's one thing you need to know about Biarritz, it's that the surf breaks here are very tide sensitive and can be unsurfable at high tide. It's best to stick to mid to low. Okay, there are two things you should know about Biarritz. Biarritz can be good for beginners. It's literally littered with surf schools. There's even one that's been around since 1966. But because it's France's premier surf destination, you get a lot of experience and pro surfers too. So proceed with caution. It's not even that it's localism per se. There's just so many people for so much of the sandbank that the locals want to scream, "No room at the inn!" And honestly, I can't blame them. Do what you do at home and surf at the break best for your level. Early mornings, shoulder season, smaller days. And that's all for today. Check out the Wipeout Weekly for our free newsletter, more stories and ways to connect with us. Thanks for listening. See you tomorrow for more of the Wipeout Weekly.